Are you watching something that is trying to actively socially engineer people? There's a difference between an actor who may even be a socialist who's doing a film and just wedging a gay kiss into a Pixar movie. Nike, there was a London Marathon last week, and here's the thing: Nike released a slogan, and it's really bad. It starts off fine, and then you go, "Who thought of this?" So the new Nike slogan at the London Marathon: "Never again, until next year, run." So we analyzed this. Like, okay, so never again is a statement on what? It's a statement on
never again is a Holocaust.
A Holocaust. Never again.
Obviously, never do that again.
Right? Yeah, we should. Yes, exactly. That is not. I mean, that's well advised.
It's disputed. 6 million, maybe less, maybe more. Hey, regardless.
But then they just talk to the couch like, never again. We'll see you soon. What? Never again until next year. Do you mean to say that like there's a lapse? Like, okay, it's old enough to make fun of. Only it's been a long enough time that we can have another Holocaust, and that the Holocaust is next year, and people should start running
in Nike?
Or is it like, never? Yeah. Well, we'll bring the Holocaust back next year.
Yeah. Never again. Wait a quarter. It turns out, by the way, they had a couple of other slogans, Nike, that got rejected, like run from the river to the sea. That was one that didn't go over.
That's in poor taste, Nike. Come on.
And on the theme of Holocaust, Nike, workouts will set you free. Which, that's Auschwitz.
It's a little tone deaf.
It's a little tone deaf. And Nike, training's final solution, they said.
Jeez. They tried twice there.
Yeah. And of course, their ill-fated Just Jew It. That one is not going.
Hey, these shoes are gas!
I can't wait for someone to steal that on social media.
That Photoshop is fire.
It seems like they're doubling down. They just launched a new line with their new spokesperson, Candace Owens, Air Udens. So that's...
Oh, God.
Hates shoes.
Now in the Israeli blue colorway. Very nice.
You know what? Hey, Nike, maybe they should take use from some other corporations who are pulling. I guess Nike also, they have a bunch of stuff like Pride and Woke, and then this one's just a screw up. Like companies, you just need to maybe just step out of politics, but certainly take a step back from leftist politics. Some companies now are pulling back from Pride, like MasterCard, Pepsi, Nissan, Citibank. PricewaterhouseCoopers.
PwC, they make just about everything.
Oh, do they? Oh, okay.
A lot of stuff.
39% of corporate executives are planning now to scale down on gay pride sponsorships. Good. Remember, this is important because remember, guys, everyone told you this was inevitable. This is progress. If you want to be a part of history, you don't want to be a part of history in the making, you will be history. Well, guess what? They've overreached, and enough people now are saying, yeah, we never cared what you did in your own bedroom. We just don't want to see a man with fake rubber breasts on a float.
And we certainly Pepsi's scaled it back because they're tired of people Mountain Dewing it on the streets.
Yes.
Code red.
Oh, dang, Gerald, that's a good one.
Not to mention,
that's a good one because he's bleeding out of his anus. I get it.
And their Pepsi Taste Challenge changed to one gas.
Yeah, man. Or
by the way,
not.
That was the worst. Remember the Pepsi Taste Challenge? I was on a beach on Lake Ontario, and they came. It was Grand Bend, Ontario. They came. I go, "You want to take the Pepsi Taste Challenge?" And it was like, well, 2 out of 3 prefer Pepsi to Coca-Cola. And they go, "Try this." And they go, "No, try this." They go, "Which one do you like better?" I said, "The one that's clearly chilled."
Yes, the cold one.
Yeah, not the warm one. Let me guess, the warm
hilarious.
one's Coke? They're like, "Okay, move on. Let's just move on down the trail."
You got a prize here. Like you do it at like Wet n Wild or something like that, and you get some kind of prize.
It's just a scam. It's the same guy selling hologram.
The prize is Coke.
It really is, yeah. Warm Coke. Thanks.
But we're seeing this too. Nike's going to be facing it. You guys can check the references. You guys have made a difference. You know, not just boycotts. The idea of a boycott is sometimes a silly or boycott. It's voting with your dollar every day. It's proving it every day. The opposite of Meghan Markle.
I don't want to prove it.
You prove it every day. You have very few ways. You're not sacrificing rams in the year 2025. You can tithe. You can give to organizations or churches of your choice. That's money that you never get back. That's a way of putting your money where your mouth is, and a way that you can put your money where your mouth is every single day, not just vote every 4 years, is where do you spend your money? The good news is there are so many options these days that you don't have to support these corporations. And guess what? It's worked. So Target, they lost $10 billion in 10 days after their LGBT kids clothing. Walt Disney.
In value, yeah.
Yeah, they lost $10 billion in value. So I'm going to say Walt Disney lost or I think, what is it? I have the number here. They're $45.3 billion in debt.
Dang.
After all those woke films,
Cinderella's
those
not going to
shows.
help them. Hundreds of millions gone on that.
Bud Light lost $1.4 billion in sales.
Jeez.
I think you meant Snow White.
Yeah.
Did I say something?
Yeah, he said Snow White.
Cinderella.
No, I think
Cinderella?
Did you say Cinderella?
You said Cinderella.
I think I did.
Cinderella?
I deserve it. Give it to me.
Give it to him. Give it to him.
One's deserved, guys.
Of course you're getting it.
I'll take it on the chin when I have to.
Give it to him, Timmy.
Come on. Oh, come on. Come on.
So in conclusion, Nike picked a poor slogan for the London Marathon, and they certainly made it worse with just Jew it. Can we do that again? Can we do that? Just Jew it. That's my favorite ever.
That is awesome. That's not offensive, right?
By the way, where's he putting the menorah? Is it a very high shelf?
It's not. He's just very small.
It's a 6-foot shelf.
It's
That's
not- Come on.
He's trying to put it on the top of the Whalen Wall.
Oh, it's a mantle.
It's fun.
It's an altar.
Yeah,
or something. Come on.
it's fun. And if you think that we're making a political statement with any of that, no, not at all. It's just
I want that on a. Well, I don't want the just Jew it part, but I want the guy on a shirt.
the guy. Yeah. So
Yeah,
do I.
I want that on a shirt.
That's great. They
Go
need a
Slogan.
mascot.
Yeah.
They haven't had a really great Jewish athlete
Yeah.
since Max Baer. I'm sure I'm wrong. There are quite a few.
Yeah,
but,
there's quite a few.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sure.
I just
there's a
don't know
lot.
him.
In baseball.
Goldberg.
The goalie?
The goalie.
Yes, the goalie who tweaked out in his 30s? Yes. Poor guy.
All right. Okay. And the good news is, too, by the way, you don't have to buy from these corporations. And there are plenty of mom and pop businesses that you can support. For example, this is why COVID was it was the greatest wealth transfer in modern history, right? Because they were able to engineer it where they could keep franchises open. They could, in Michigan, they could keep Costco's open. They could keep weed shops open, but you couldn't go to a mom and pop restaurant. You couldn't go to a farmer's market, a local grocer. So they said, okay, great, mom and pop businesses. We're going to take all of your wealth and transfer it to Bezos and whoever the Alibaba guy is. I always forget the name. We're just going to make sure that these folks make the money. But don't worry, it's for your safety. The left, when people say, oh, big business, I'm not the party of big business, small business. It's the party of good business. And the good thing is, look, we see fracturing in media where you'll never see Johnny Carson-like numbers ever again as far as a nightly viewership, because then there was cable and now there are podcasts. Like, things fracture. But the plus side is you have more choice. Please prove it every day. Make those choices wisely. And I get it. You can't escape leftists across the board. You're going to watch a film where there's some guy who says something you don't like, but that's different from propaganda. Draw the line at, for me, people ask this question a lot, so that I don't have to answer this in chat. Well, how do I choose what to watch? Otherwise my kids won't be able to watch anything. Are you watching something that is trying to actively socially engineer people? There's a difference between an actor who may even be a socialist who's doing a film and just wedging a gay kiss into a Pixar movie, right? You guys understand the difference? Snow White is very different from, let's say, what was it? The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent with Pedro Pascal and Nicolas Cage, where, okay, Pedro Pascal is a socialist and he's also in everything, so it's unavoidable, but that wasn't pushing a message. Very funny, by the way. I recommend it. There's a difference between people you don't like involved in pieces of art and the art designed to affect a social outcome. And that's pretty easy to trim. If you don't trim that, then I don't want to hear you talk about the Civil War and how many guns you have, because you're not willing to make any sacrifices.
Hey, if you're still watching, you can click my face or this box next to me, which may bring you to another video, or it's going to bring you to another video. It'll play another video, but if you like this, it'll be one that you like. And if you didn't like this, everyone deserves a second chance.